The Book of Judges paints a vivid picture of ancient Israel, a time characterized by cycles of sin, oppression, repentance, and deliverance. Following Jephthah's victory over the Ammonites, a conflict erupts between the Gileadites and the Ephraimites, revealing the fragility of unity within the Israelite tribes. This chapter offers a sobering reminder of the importance of clear communication and humble leadership. The narrative underscores the devastating consequences of unchecked anger and the enduring impact of words and actions. Tribal identities often overshadowed national unity, leading to misunderstandings and rivalries. The story of Jephthah and the Ephraimites exemplifies this dynamic, demonstrating how quickly simmering tensions can escalate into open conflict. The absence of a strong, unifying leader contributed to the volatile political landscape. The conflict between Jephthah and the Ephraimites serves as a cautionary tale, reminding us of the need to prioritize common ground over tribal loyalties. The tragic consequences of this conflict serve as a stark reminder of the importance of unity and cooperation. The story of Jephthah and the Ephraimites is not merely an ancient historical account. It holds valuable lessons for contemporary society. The themes of miscommunication, pride, and the devastating consequences of conflict resonate even today. By examining this biblical narrative, we can gain insights into the dynamics of conflict resolution and the importance of cultivating understanding and empathy. Jephthah, a Gileadite outcast, was called to lead against the Ammonites. Desperate, he vowed to sacrifice the first thing from his house if victorious. The Lord granted him victory. Jephthah returned home, unaware of the tragedy awaiting him. His daughter, his only child, greeted him. The joy of victory was overshadowed by his vow. Jephthah, torn by love and duty, fulfilled his vow. Following Jephthah's victory over the Ammonites, the Ephraimites, a powerful tribe from the west side of the Jordan River, challenged his leadership. They questioned why he hadn't called upon them to join the battle, accusing him of excluding them from the spoils of war. Their complaint, rooted in pride and a sense of entitlement, ignited a conflict that would further divide the already fractured Israelite tribes. The Ephraimites' challenge reveals the underlying tensions and rivalries that existed between the tribes. Jephthah, still reeling from the emotional toll of sacrificing his daughter, attempted to reason with the Ephraimites. He explained that he had indeed called upon them for assistance, but they had failed to respond. He defended his actions, arguing that he had been forced to rely on his own tribe, the Gileadites, to fight the Ammonites. The Ephraimites, blinded by their pride and anger, refused to listen to Jephthah's explanation. Their unwillingness to engage in dialogue paved the way for a bloody confrontation. This refusal to communicate effectively underscores the importance of open and honest dialogue in resolving conflicts. Jephthah, faced with the Ephraimites' intransigence, mobilized his Gileadite forces. He felt betrayed by their accusations and saw no other option but to defend his actions and his people. The escalating tension between the two tribes set the stage for a bloody civil war. The Gileadites, under Jephthah's command, engaged the Ephraimites in battle. The fighting was fierce, and the Gileadites, fueled by a sense of righteous indignation, gained the upper hand. They pursued the fleeing Ephraimites, determined to punish them for their perceived betrayal. The Gileadites, in their pursuit of the Ephraimites, secured the fords of the Jordan River. This strategic move allowed them to control the escape routes and identify fleeing Ephraimites. As the Ephraimites attempted to cross the Jordan, the Gileadites implemented a clever test to identify them. They asked each person to pronounce the word Shibboleth. The Shibboleth incident is one of the most chilling episodes in the Book of Judges. The Gileadites, using this simple linguistic test, identified and slaughtered fleeing Ephraimites. The word Shibboleth, meaning stream or ear of corn, became a symbol of division and a tool of brutal discrimination. This incident highlights the tragic consequences of turning minor differences into justifications for violence. The Ephraimites' inability to pronounce the sh sound in Shibboleth became their undoing. As they attempted to cross the Jordan River, they were met by Gileadite guards who subjected them to this linguistic test. Those who failed the test were immediately put to death. The Jordan River, once a symbol of hope and deliverance for the Israelites, became a scene of carnage. The waters ran red with the blood of slain Ephraimites, a grim testament to the destructive power of internal strife. The Shibboleth incident resulted in the deaths of 42,000 Ephraimites. The legacy of Shibboleth serves as a chilling reminder of the human capacity for cruelty. The aftermath of the battle between the Gileadites and the Ephraimites left the Israelite nation deeply divided. The brutal massacre at the Jordan River crossings created a chasm between the tribes, further eroding the already fragile unity of Israel. The cycle of violence and retribution continued, leaving a legacy of bitterness and resentment. The Shibboleth incident became a symbol of the deep-seated animosity between the tribes. The word itself became a reminder of the brutal massacre and the linguistic difference that had been used to justify the slaughter. The lack of a strong central leadership exacerbated the divisions within Israel. The absence of a king or a unifying figure made it difficult to mediate disputes and enforce justice. The cycle of violence continued unabated, leaving the nation vulnerable to external threats. This period of instability highlights the importance of strong leadership in maintaining peace and unity. The lessons from this chapter resonate even today, offering valuable insights into the dynamics of conflict and the importance of building bridges of understanding. Following Jephthah's tumultuous leadership, Ibzan of Bethlehem emerged as a judge in Israel. His reign, though less dramatic than Jephthah's, is notable for its focus on family. Ibzan had many sons and daughters, whom he strategically married into other families, likely to forge alliances and promote peace within the tribes. This emphasis on family suggests a desire to strengthen social bonds and foster unity after the period of conflict. Ibzan's leadership seems to have been characterized by a period of relative peace and stability. Unlike Jephthah, whose reign was marked by war and internal strife, Ibzan's focus on family suggests a desire to consolidate and strengthen the nation from within. His approach to leadership highlights the importance of building strong families as the foundation of a healthy society. By marrying his children into other families, he likely aimed to create a network of relationships that would promote cooperation and prevent future conflicts. Ibzan judged Israel for 7 years, a relatively short period compared to some other judges. His reign, though less dramatic than some others, offers valuable insights into the importance of family and social cohesion in building a strong and stable nation. Following Ibzan, Elon the Zebulunite became a judge in Israel. His reign, spanning 10 years, is described with remarkable brevity in the Book of Judges. The lack of detail suggests a period of relative peace and stability, a welcome respite after the tumultuous events of Jephthah's leadership. Elon's reign, though briefly mentioned, represents a period of tranquility in a turbulent era. The scriptures offer little information about Elon's specific actions or policies. The absence of dramatic events suggests that his leadership was characterized by a focus on maintaining peace and order. This period of stability likely allowed the Israelite tribes to recover and rebuild after the conflicts of the past. Elon's Zebulunite origin is significant. The tribe of Zebulun, located in the northern part of Israel, had not been directly involved in the conflict between Jephthah and the Ephraimites. Elon's leadership may have represented a shift away from the tribal rivalries that had plagued the nation. Abdon, the son of Hillel, a Parathonite, succeeded Elon as a judge in Israel. Like Ibzan, Abdon is noted for his large family, having 40 sons and 30 grandsons who rode on 70 donkeys. This detail, though seemingly trivial, suggests a period of prosperity and influence. The ability to maintain such a large family and provide them with mounts indicates a position of wealth and power. Abdon's lineage, tracing back to Pirathon and Ephraim, is significant. His leadership, following the conflict between Jephthah and the Ephraimites, may have represented a step towards reconciliation between the tribes. His Ephraimite origin could have helped to heal the wounds of the past and promote unity within the nation. Abdon judged Israel for 8 years, a period marked by relative peace and prosperity. His large family and their prominent position suggest a time of stability and growth. Abdon's leadership, though briefly described, represents a period of consolidation and strength for the Israelite nation. Judges 12 offers valuable lessons about the dangers of pride and miscommunication. The conflict between Jephthah and the Ephraimites demonstrates how quickly perceived slights and misunderstandings can escalate into violence. The Shibboleth incident serves as a chilling reminder of the dehumanizing effects of prejudice and the tragic consequences of turning minor differences into justifications for violence. The story of Jephthah's vow highlights the dangers of making rash decisions in moments of desperation. His impulsive promise, made in the heat of battle, led to the tragic sacrifice of his daughter. This incident serves as a cautionary tale, urging us to approach our commitments with wisdom and discernment. The Ephraimites' challenge to Jephthah's leadership reveals the destructive power of pride and entitlement. Their refusal to listen to his explanation and their insistence on their own perceived superiority fueled the conflict. This incident underscores the importance of humility and the willingness to consider different perspectives. The lack of strong central leadership in Judges 12 exacerbated the existing tensions between the tribes. The lessons from Judges 12 resonate today, offering insights into conflict dynamics and the importance of understanding. It challenges us to examine our biases and strive for peaceful solutions. The story of Jephthah and the Ephraimites reminds us of the importance of communication and empathy. By embracing diversity, we can build a more inclusive society. Judges 12 encourages humility and cooperation in disagreements.